Hi, this is Ricardo de Souza, and this is the last part of the training on the IMS tracker. And in this training, we're going to see the configurations. And there are two main configurations that we need to understand. The first one is the configuration of the deadlines of the tracker, and the second one is the configuration of documents that are applicable to the different standards and different audit types, okay? So we're going to go to Workflow, and we're going to the administration menu. So if you have super admin rights, you're going to be able to access the maintain standard screen. Okay, so here we have the list of all the standards we work with, and we're going to ISO 9001 2015 NAB, which is one of the standards that we manage using the tracker, okay? So we have several information here, and we need to concentrate in this particular aspect on the IMS tracker configurations. So here we already have the information, the number of days that we use to configure the different deadlines. So as I mentioned in the video where I explained the process for report uploading, we require the reports to be uploaded no later than 14 days after the last day on site. And non-conformity management 60 days, and technical review due date is no later than 90 days from the last day on site. Okay, so this is how we are configuring. And if in the future you're planning to have different deadlines, so let's say TUV USA or TÜV Nord Mexico, they are doing a good job on meeting the 90 days deadline, and you want to make it more strict to have the process completed sooner and maybe increase customer satisfaction, you can come here and change this to 80 or 75. So depending on the number you put here, this is how the tracker is going to calculate the deadline for the report submission, non-conformity management, and technical review. Always think last day on site plus 14, 60, 90, and then you're going to have the specific deadlines, okay? Okay, so that's about the configuration of the deadlines. Then we're going to see the documents. So if we're going to maintain documents, and by documents here I'm talking about the audit forms. So as we saw in the video that where I explained how to upload documents, audit documents to workflow, we see that the tracker recognizes the forms being uploaded, and as I said, as soon as the auditor leaves the document number in the name of the document, a workflow is going to recognize that form. And that's important because we no longer have the admin review. So the software is checking completeness. So we're going to select again ISO 9001 2015 NAB. And remember, the IMS tracker is for 9001 2015 NAB, 9001 2015 DAX, and 14 and 45,001 under DAX, okay? Okay, so here we have the list of documents that are associated with the ISO 9001 2015 standard. We have the questions we see also in the audit review checklist, right? And here we have the actual forms. The forms that are linked to the standard, these forms that we see here, are those that the auditor will be able to download from the audit dashboard, and those that will be required when the auditor uploads the audit documentation to the tracker, right? So let's select one, let's say the final audit report. Okay, so we have here the document name, and in the control of documents process, we keep the document name consistent with the actual form that we're linking to this document. So we create the document, give it a name here, And then by clicking on select template, we're able to link this document to a form that is uploaded to the server. Okay, so if we click here, we can see we will access the different folders that are on the server, and from these folders we can select the forms that we want to link to the actual document in workflow. Okay, so here are some examples. So I don't want to change the selection, so we're going to keep as it is. This is the F008 IMS Final Audit Report Revision 4. We keep the name consistent with the form. And we're going to tell, of course, that we're going to check this document during the audit review. We tell the software on which type of which audit types we require this particular document. So we require on stage 2, surveillance, subcontracts. We require in the audit type classified as others, which are re-audit or remote assessment. So that's the standard configuration, or let's say the configuration that we always had that enabled auditors to download forms. Now, the thing that changes and that enable workflow to recognize the document when uploading to the tracker is this field here. Okay, so see that F008 is the form number, the control number of the form. Final Audit Report, IMS Final Audit Report is the name. This is the revision. And here in this field, we are going to enter just the form number without space, without dashes, without anything that separate the numbers, the characters. So F008 is the number of the form. That's it. Again, create a document, link this document to a form from the server, tell workflow for which audit types this document is required, and then here you enter the form number, and once the form is uploaded, workflow is going to recognize, okay? So if these documents are already created, already linked to ISO 9001:2015. Now, if you're creating a document that didn't exist before, you're going to have to complete all of it, and you're going to have later to link this document. See that here we have unlinked documents and linked documents. We're going to have to select from here, and just clicking on the document, we can pass from the right hand side to the left hand side, save and close, and this is how we link the document to the standard. Okay, so these are the two main configurations. Back to the PowerPoint presentation, the deadlines, maintain standards, you're going to enter the 3 deadlines, and the configuration of documents. You're going to create a document, link the document to a form, and then inform the document number so workflow can recognize that. Okay, so this is a shorter video. It's pretty much simple. This is not something for auditors, clients, or the client and certification managers. It is for people that are maintaining the configurations of the system, okay? So thank you very much for watching. Take care.